One of the areas of critical importance with any backcountry or mountaineering activity is the one of reliability. And I have, because I tend to take these out and push the boundaries as much as I can, I've endeavoured to make them as reliable and as possible, and should a problem occur, as easily fixable as possible. There's two basic sort of materials in here. There's the flexible, or three actually. There's the flexible plastics here, and they're incredibly strong. They don't have a huge tensile strength, but the risk of them breaking is very low, just because they're kind of soft and give but don't break. These components here, the carbon fibre components here in the cuff, are a lot stiffer and could potentially suffer from brittle failure, so they could actually potentially crack and fail totally. And certainly in my earlier designs, sort of 3 years ago, I was suffering from this problem, and there was a few days where I ski toured right up to the top of a big mountain, and on the second or third turn something broke in here and I walked all the way down. I almost actually had a reputation around Queenstown for if you found a ski lying around, it was this guy because it broke off or something. So one of the things I've done is I've worked on composites, and here's just a piece of the material on the back, which both provide the stiffness and the strength. So here you can see the carbon fibre on the outside, and it's got a laminate on the inside. And if I bend this enough, sure enough, it will break. It will brittle failure. And that's a product of, in essence, the carbon fibre being stiff. You need that stiffness. But what I've done in this lamination is make it so that even if it breaks and there is a brittle failure, you don't have a total failure, you just have a softness. And these here could break around here, but actually if you have it, you'd probably hardly notice the difference. If it broke here, you'd notice you had a softness on that edge, but you're not walking home. The same exists within these straps. They're carbon fibre on the outside, but they have a softer material on the inside. So if one of these was to break, and I've never actually broken these since I've made them of carbon fibre. The earlier ones are made of Kevlar, and I did, but carbon fibre, I've never broken them. You'll still get home. That's the critical thing. Probably, I reckon the most likely way you'll break these is some clumsy idiot around camp walking on your binding and crunching it under their foot or something. In their use configuration, the forces are such that I really don't think you break them. So the key principle here is I've put a lot of work into design so that things don't brittly fail. The metal parts, you've got very small components. It's easy to take some spare parts of those, Allen key to remove them, 10-minute job to fix them. Again, these bits here are made of aerospace aluminium to keep it light, but it's also incredibly strong. It's stronger than your normal grades of stainless steel. Same with the front piece, easily removable. This bit here, because it's a bigger member, I typically I've made it strong enough such that it shouldn't fail, so it's not a critical point of failure. The places where the carbon fibre meets the metal are braced with pieces of metal, and also the ends act as crampons, so there's a bit of dual use going on there. The same here, strengthening on the carbon fibre, because this particular area of this right angle here is again a critical point. So the key message is there's been a lot of design work gone into this to make sure it's a reliable, robust system.